Hello, wonderful people. Like I did promise in the first video I saw on this, that I'm going to use the second method to solving it and maybe even to the third method. But here we want to use the second method in solving this. If you've not watched the first method I applied in solving this challenge, it's showing up here now. Okay, you can click on this and watch the first method I applied in solving this. Also, I'm going to leave a link in the description below where you can actually access that video so that you know the difference between the first and the second one. And maybe when I release the third one, you will have a third idea of how to solve this very one. Okay? Then between the first and the second method, drop in the comment section which of them do you prefer. Okay? Because we try to beat the examiner's time, then we also consider the time in choosing the method suitable for solving this. Okay. So with this, let's go into today's challenge. The question reads, if 2 to the power of root a equal to 4 to the power of root b equal to 512. Evaluate, or what is the value of the square root of a times b all over the square root of a plus the square root of b. So let's see what the second method gives us here. So we take our solution, first thing as usual. So from here, the first thing we're going to do here, we take this and equate this to this side, right? So this is going to give us our 2 to the square root of a to the power of root a is equal to 512. All right. The first thing here is to eliminate this power here. And how do we eliminate this power? We multiply the power of both by 1 all over root a. So if we do that, this is going to give us our 2 to the power of root a, the r raised to 1 all over root a. We equally do that to this side, which is 512 r raised to 1 all over root a. So what happened, if we consider the law of indices, which says that if you have your a, let's say a to the power of your mn, this is equal to your a to the power of your m all raised to the power of n, then we do a multiplication. So if we multiply this by this, what happens is all of a divisible one. And so this, we go with this, right? So we are left with 2 here. So we're going to have here 2 is equal to our 512 r raised to the power of 1 all over root a. So from here, we're going to have this to be, therefore, our bracket 512 r raised to the power of 1 all over root a. This is equal to our 2. Let's give this equation star. Okay, so from here, let's continue and see what this gives us in turn. Now we have equation star. Let's go ahead and equate this to this. So this is going to give us here our square root, or sorry, let's take 4 first, please. So yeah, we're going to have here 4 all to the power of the square root of b. This is equal to 512. So we do same thing by eliminating the square root of b on the left-hand side. And so this is going to give us 4 to the power of square root of b r raised to 1 all over the square root of b, right? Then we do same thing here, which is 5. There's r raised to the power of 1 all over square root of b. Okay. So what happened? Apply this law, this, leave the system. So we now have 4 is equal to 5, 1, 2, all to the power of 1 all over root b. So again, we can rewrite this as our 5, 1, 2, r raised to 1 all over root b equal to our 4. Let's give this equation star. So we have 2 equations, equation star and equation star. So what we do here, we want to multiply the 2 equations now. So we want to multiply equation star. So say here, multiply equation star by equation star. So if we do that, look at our equation star. So this is going to give us our 5, 1, 2, all to the power of 1 all over root a times our 5, 1, 2, all to the power of 1 all over root b. Everything equal to, the right-hand side will give us 2 times our 4, which is 8, right? Good. Now look at this number here now, the bases are the same. So since the bases are the same and we have a multiplication sign here, we add the exponents. Remember that law? We say that if you have your a to the power of your m, then times your a to the power of your n, this is equal to your a to the power of your m plus your n. Okay? So if we apply that here, this is going to give us 5, 1, 2, all raised to 1 all over root a, then plus 1 all over root b, equal to everything we give us here, 8. Easy, right? Good. So with what we have in here now, then what we look up to again now, here we have base 8. We ask ourselves if we can express 512 in base 8. Yes, it can be expressed in base 8. 512 is equivalent to 8 raised to the power of 3. Okay, so let's express this. So this is going to give us our 8 to the power of 3. Okay, let's put this in bracket. Then here we have 1 all over root a plus 1 all over root b close bracket. This is equal to our 8. All right, now let's continue on this side and see what this gives us in turn. Okay, now take a look at this. Applying this law again, we can use this to multiply this to give us this. So we can equally use this to multiply this. So this is going to give us our 8 all raised to our 3. Yeah, then bracket our 1 all over root a, then plus 1 all over root b, close bracket, everything equal to 8 to the power of 3, right? Good. So with what we have here now, the bases are not the same. So since the bases are the same, what happened? Then they can leave the system and we equate the exponent. So we have 3 into our 1 all over root a, then plus 1 all over root b, then equal to our 3. Right? Good. So if we have this to be this, then what happened? Oh, what am I doing? Sorry, this to power of 1, please. Almost misfired. What am I thinking of? Okay, so we have here to the power of 1 because this is same thing as to the power of 1. So we divide through by 3, we divide through by 3. This, leave the system. So when I have 1 all over root a, then plus 1 all over root b is equal to 1 all over 3. Now remember, what we asked to look for is this. Look at what we're asked to look for. So how do we manipulate this expression from this? Here we find the LCM of the system and simplify. So the LCM is going to give us our root a times root b, which is equivalent to root a times b. All right. So from here, if we use this to divide this, we are left with this. So this is going to give us our root b, because we have this times 4 will still give us this, plus use this to divide this. This we cancel out. We are left with root a times 4 will give us root a. This is equal to 1 all over 3. We are almost there. So what we have in here now, what we have in here is simple. We can rewrite this as our root b plus root a all over root a times b equal to 1 all over 3. What is the difference between this and this? The only difference is that a starts the other one and b is here. Then this is up and everything here is down. So we can twist that by finding the reciprocal of both sides. Find the reciprocal of this, find the reciprocal of this side, and that will give us whatever we have in here. Right? Good. So doing that, this is going to give us here. This now implies that this goes up, this comes down, and this goes up, this comes down. So this is going to give us the square root of our a times b all over. Again, because this is addition, so we can start with this. We can bring this first. Okay, so this is going to give us root a, then plus root b, then everything equal to, is going to give us 3. Look at what we're asked to look for, which is equivalent to this. So this answer corresponds with the first answer we got where we use the first method. Okay, so again, if you don't watch that first one, go to the description below. The first link there is the link to that video. It will take you down to that video and watch it and see the difference. I may produce a third approach to solving this, but if you need the third approach, leave it in the comment section. Just type third approach or third method. Okay, so this brings us to the end of this math class. See you in our next class.